Larry Jernigan, Pirate Printing.
Screen printing, embroidery. We do banners, magnets, business cards. I mean, basically ground up. Cups, pins, koozies, we do it all. But our biggest thing is, t-shirts with screen printing for companies, for events, for everything. But also the embroidery stuff for hats to the nice golf shirts, for everything. So pretty much a lot of stuff we do here. A landscape company would come in and, hey, we need a logo, a new logo for our company, and we need t-shirts for the guys, to wear and stuff. And it basically starts like that. We have 3 in-house artists that are just unbelievable, and we design their logo for them, basically get them started with everything. Once we design their logo and it's nice and approved, we can do their business cards, their t-shirts, their lettering on their trucks. We can do everything in-house. But from the t-shirt side of it, we would do their screen printed t-shirts for them, and they put all their guys in them, and it looks very professional when they're out there in the field. So basically it starts like that. Well, when I was 16 years old, I started at a place called Shirt Shanty, screen printing. I was very young, and I worked at Shirt Shanty for about 4 years, and basically that's where the guy really taught me a lot about screen printing, how to do basically everything. I mean, he was unbelievable. And we only did manual press there, which we're much more technology nowadays. But he took me and taught me everything about it. But from 16 years old, I've worked full time, screen printing at that company until I was about 20, and went to another company, of course, for 2 years, and then went to one more company for 13 years. I had no ideas and no ventures that I wanted to start my own business. That kind of just happened. It just happened, really, that I was ready to do my own thing. But all the way through those 3 companies, and I mean all 3 companies I worked for, I took in every single thing they did right, every investment they made, everything they did wrong. You see, and luckily I got to see a lot of that stuff before I was ready to do my own thing, and that helped tremendously. The first 4 years when I worked for Shirt Shanty, he taught me an awful lot. He taught me everything there was to know about screen printing, just a whole lot about it. I mean, really, give me hands-on training. After that, the second company I went to, I was the supervisor, ran the whole place. The third company I went to for 13 years, the owner had no idea about screen printing or anything. I ran the whole company, and we printed millions of shirts when the Olympics come through Atlanta. We were one of the big vendors, and I ran the whole place, did it all, and it was so self-taught a lot through there, but also taking in everything they did and everything they did wrong. It was it was a lot to it. Well, doing incorporating is you would use your CPA for that. Biggest thing about starting your own business, first thing you do is you do get your name established, and you get a CPA and you get a checking account. As far as preparing, what I did, what got me into doing my own business was it just happened. Everything transpired where I was working for 13 years. I was there 13 years supervising a multi-million-dollar company. My top pay was $13 an hour. I made $13 an hour at a company, and there was some things there that I disliked big time. I had to let go a lot of my people that worked there for a long time to bring in kids and things like that. But it was just time for me to go, basically. I was really ready to get out. So when I made that decision, me and my wife went out and bought a little $300 press, used as it gets press, and bought a little heat unit and took it home, put it in the garage, and a couple of the big accounts that we had at that company were my accounts, were my good friends, and the music industry was one of them. And so basically I started, out of my garage printing those accounts. And the biggest thing I would do is every job I would do, I would take, if I printed 1,000 shirts, I would take every bit of that money and go buy a printer, go buy inks, go buy the next thing I needed. I mean, every dime. We really strived to put every dime we needed to get to where we, could be a decent starting company, basically. So it took a while, but I had some good accounts when I started that, and I mean but what was so wild, within the first week of me starting my own business, I was making more money than I was at 13 years of business working for somebody. And doing your own business and doing everything is not for everybody, but those that is for and want to take that chance, you have to believe and you have to take chances in life to get anywhere. You would name a company Pirate Printing, especially printing. It really was wild how it came about. The music industry buddy of mine, he had a red goatee, and I had a black goatee at that time. So he would call up and ask for Blackbeard. I would call up and ask for Redbeard, and then he'd call up and ask for the captain. And it just it transponded from there to where, Pirate. And I said, Pirate Printing. This is what we're going to call this. It's the whole ship. It's everything. So me and him kind of jokingly starting it out like that, turned it into Pirate Printing. The biggest thing about when I started my own business is I give it 100%. I quit everything else. I was a musician at the time. I completely put that under the bed. And I give it 100% to succeed. Because if you're going to start your own business and you got goals and you really want this thing to succeed, don't do it unless you're going to give it 100%. And that will absolutely give you better odds of getting there. I'm on the board of the Paulding Chamber, and that puts you in line to meet so many people, so many business owners, so many great people out there that really does a lot in our community and everything. And honestly, when I did that, it taught me a lot of how to touch a lot of people's lives in the community. I do a lot of stuff in our community. I sponsor a whole lot of things out there, but from the Cancer Society to the Paulding County Special Olympics to the homeless veterans. I'm also American Legion rider at Post 111, where we do a lot of events and things to help people on weekends. We do every weekend I'm doing an event, every weekend, to help somebody, to help something, to help an organization, whatever it may be. I started doing that about 5-6 years ago, and it's just become such a passion of mine. But in me doing these things, I meet so many people and see so many people, and so many people see what I do, that it honestly comes back tenfold, and I truly believe that.